Hello, friends. Hello, fellow human beings. There's so much going on. There's just so much information online, and everybody is putting the information according to whatever they are thinking at that time. So, I do not want to confuse you on the information which is being provided by the healthcare professionals and also by the people who are in charge of the situation, because it can become very confusing for an average person when they get so many messages privately and plus from the institutions and plus from the government, and people interpret those messages in their own way. So I want to stay away from that, and I have a completely different message. And this message is for everybody, but this message is mainly directed towards the financial institution and the government. So all these financial institutions that we have, they have been very successful and they have made their fortune from the public. So now, as everybody else is doing this, they're coming out to help the situation so we can all pull together and get out of this virus or COVID-19 situation. So it also becomes a moral obligation of those financial institutions that they should also come out to help for the bigger good. So what I'm actually thinking is that whenever anything happens to these financial institutions, even because of their own faults, they run to the governments, and the government use their mechanism to support them. So in these trial times for the whole humanity, it is of the utmost importance that they should voluntarily come out, tell the government that we need your support, but with that support, that funding injections and financial support from the central bank and the federal bank, all those financial institutions that we have, they are controlled by the government. So if they are getting funding injection from them, it actually become their moral obligation to come out voluntarily and say, we will not make any profit for the limited period of time as long as we are in this situation. So we will only act. Banks should come out, all these banks, they should come out that we will only act as a mechanism. We will not make profit. We will help the government, we help the people to come out of this situation. And I will urge the governments, if the financial institution, they don't come out voluntarily, then actually there has to be something in the constitution where they can force those institutions, financial institutions, all the big banks, to only act as mechanism, not as a profit-making machines and lining up the pockets of the CEOs and the executives and the board members and the chairmen. So this is the time that if you are actually intending to do what you are pretending to do, you guys should come out. Otherwise, government should force them by issuing some directives that banks, all these institutions who will be supported, all these institutions being supported with the government funds, which actually ultimately comes from the people's pocket, they should work as mechanism. So I think this can only happen if the public pick up the phone, call their member of parliaments, call their representative, call their senators, call their congressmen. If they call them, then government should push those financial institutions. Then government will be actually pushed to order those institutions to work as a mechanism as long as we are in this situation. And then there will be time again to make money. Thank you very much for your time. All the best. Stay safe.